Picture Japan, a land of age-old traditions and modern life, where the past and present coexist in a harmonious blend. This is a country that cherishes its history while embracing the future with open arms. Every summer, Japan takes a pause to remember their ancestors during the Obon festival. This is a time when families come together, often traveling great distances to be with their loved ones. The air is filled with a sense of reverence and joy as lanterns light up the night, symbolizing the guiding lights for the spirits of ancestors returning home. Streets and rivers are adorned with these glowing tributes, creating a mesmerizing spectacle that captures the essence of Obon. It's a time to remember and welcome loved ones home. Back in 1985, the streets of Tokyo were buzzing with the energy of a nation on the move. The city was a vibrant tapestry of life, where tradition met innovation. The economy was strong, technology was booming, and the future seemed limitless. People were optimistic and the spirit of progress was palpable in the air. Air travel had become a common way for families to connect and people to chase their dreams. Airports were bustling with activity, filled with the excitement of reunions and the anticipation of new adventures. On August 12th, Japan Airlines Flight 123 was getting ready for a regular flight within the country. Its destination? Osaka. On board were families excited to be together for Obon, eager to partake in the festivities and honor their ancestors. Business people were heading back from work trips, looking forward to a brief respite and the comfort of home. And kids were thrilled for the holidays, their faces alight with excitement and wonder. The Boeing 747, a symbol of modern engineering and human achievement, taxied down the runway at Haneda Airport and took off, ascending into the sky with grace and power. Carrying the hopes and dreams of 524 souls, it was a journey filled with anticipation, love, and the spirit of Obon. As the sun began to set, it cast a warm glow on the plain, painting it in hues of orange and gold. The sky was a canvas of colors, a perfect backdrop for the journey ahead. The aircraft, a marvel of engineering, climbed steadily, its engines roaring with power as it ascended to its cruising altitude, leaving behind the bustling airport and the city lights that were beginning to twinkle below. Inside, families got comfortable, and laughter filled the air along with the hum of the engines. Children played games, couples shared quiet moments, and solo travelers settled in with books and movies, each person finding their own way to pass the time. It was a typical flight, a mix of different people's lives brought together by the shared experience of flying. Strangers exchanged stories, and friendships were formed in the confined space of the cabin. Captain Masami Takahama, a very experienced pilot, was in charge of the journey. His calm demeanor and years of expertise reassured everyone on board. With him were First Officer Yutaka Sasaki and Flight Engineer Hiroshi Fukuda, a skilled crew responsible for the lives of everyone on board. They worked in perfect harmony, each movement precise and practiced. For 12 minutes, Flight 123 soared through the summer sky, the aircraft gliding smoothly through the air, a testament to human ingenuity and the spirit of exploration. The passengers, caught up in conversations and excitement, had no idea about the silent danger hidden within the plane. They were blissfully unaware, enjoying the journey and the company of their fellow travelers. A flaw, invisible to the eye, was about to change their journey forever, and mark a tragic day in the history of aviation. This hidden defect, lurking beneath the surface, was a ticking time bomb waiting to go off, a reminder of the fragility of even the most advanced technology. What no one knew was that a time bomb was ticking away inside the plane's structure. Hidden from sight, this flaw was a silent threat, waiting for the right moment to unleash its devastating potential. 7 years earlier, Flight 123 had a tailstrike incident while landing. The impact was severe, causing significant damage to the aircraft's tail section. This incident marked the beginning of a chain of events that would eventually lead to disaster. The damage, seemingly fixed, had left a hidden problem, a weakened part at the back of the plane called the aft pressure bulkhead. The repairs were done hastily, and the true extent of the damage was not fully understood. This bulkhead, a crucial part that keeps the air pressure in the cabin stable, had not been repaired correctly. The integrity of the bulkhead was compromised, but this was not apparent to the naked eye. Instead of using one continuous plate, 2 separate plates were used, putting too much stress on the central row of rivets. This improper repair method introduced a critical weakness in the structure. Over time, this small mistake created tiny cracks that weakened the structure. These cracks grew slowly, unnoticed, as the plane continued to fly thousands of miles, carrying passengers across the skies. At 6:24 p.m., as Flight 123 flew over the mountains of central Japan, the weakened bulkhead finally broke. The failure was sudden and catastrophic, a result of years of unnoticed damage. A sudden loss of air pressure ripped through the plane, instantly cutting control cables and causing a disastrous situation. The crew and passengers were thrown into chaos as the plane became uncontrollable, leading to one of the most tragic accidents in aviation history. The sudden change in pressure was devastating. The vertical stabilizer, the plane's tail fin, was torn off. The pilots found themselves fighting to control a wounded giant, being tossed violently in the air. Oxygen masks dropped from the ceiling as alarms went off throughout the cabin. Panic spread among the passengers. In the cockpit, the crew struggled to understand what was happening. Captain Takahama, his voice strained but determined, declared an emergency to air traffic control. "It's impossible to control the airplane," he exclaimed, battling against the forces tearing the aircraft apart. For a long and agonizing 32 minutes, the pilots fought bravely. They struggled against the uncontrollable yawing and swaying of the plane, desperately trying to gain altitude. In the cabin, passengers facing the possibility of death wrote farewell notes to their loved ones. Despite their heroic efforts, the crippled Boeing 747 continued to descend. It traced a terrifying path across the sky, a testament to the crew's desperate struggle. At 6:56 p.m., the inevitable happened. Flight 123, its path unchangeable, crashed into the forested slopes of Mount Takamagahara. The impact, a deafening roar echoing through the mountains, marked the end of 520 lives. As darkness fell, news of the crash shocked all of Japan. Rescue helicopters struggled to reach the remote crash site, slowed down by darkness and difficult terrain. The scale of the disaster was unimaginable. On the ground, rescue teams battled through thick undergrowth and dangerous terrain. They were met with a scene of devastation. The once mighty Boeing 747 lay shattered, a testament to the unforgiving forces of nature. Amid the wreckage, a glimmer of hope emerged. 4 survivors, all women, were pulled from the debris. Their survival, a testament to human resilience, offered a small light in the face of overwhelming tragedy. The nation mourned as investigators began the difficult task of piecing together what led to Japan's deadliest air disaster. Every piece of wreckage, every communication log was carefully analyzed. The investigation, a testament to human determination, uncovered the truth. The faulty repair of the aft pressure bulkhead, a seemingly small error made years earlier, had set in motion a chain of events leading to the tragic loss of 520 lives. The revelation shocked the aviation world. It served as a stark reminder of the importance of careful maintenance, the unforgiving nature of aviation, and the devastating consequences of even the smallest mistakes. The tragedy of Japan Airlines Flight 123 changed the global aviation industry forever. It forced everyone to reevaluate safety protocols, focus on maintenance procedures, and understand how human factors contribute to accidents. Changes were made quickly and broadly. Maintenance procedures were completely overhauled. New rules governing aircraft repair and inspection were put in place. The disaster led to improvements in pilot training and crew resource management. The legacy of Flight 123 is one of profound loss, but also of invaluable lessons learned. It stands as a solemn reminder that safety is not a destination, but a continuous journey of vigilance, innovation, and unwavering commitment to preventing future tragedies. Years have passed, but the memory of Flight 123 lives on. Memorials stand as poignant reminders of the lives lost and the resilience of those left behind. Families gather, offering prayers and remembrances for their loved ones. The crash of Japan Airlines Flight 123 shows us the fragility of life and the enduring power of the human spirit. It reminds us that while we cannot change the tragedies of the past, we can learn from them, honor the victims, and strive to create a safer future for all who fly. Their stories, forever linked to the tragedy of Flight 123, continue to inspire, reminding us to cherish each day, hold our loved ones close and live our lives to the fullest.